Hello students, this is Priyanka from Sandpoint Institute Belagavi. So as you guys already know that the PGCET 2021 notification is out and lot of students have also started preparing. So yesterday information brochure has also been released in the KEA website and the exam dates are announced. Okay, so in this particular video I will be giving you the detailed information of whatever is being mentioned in that information brochure. Okay, see, because ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ lot of confusions, and whatever I will be explaining in today's video, this is worth watching. I can say it straight away that this is worth watching. Lot of all your doubts will be cleared. So firstly we will be discussing about exam dates. Second one is sample PGCET form of our student, because see students, you guys have already started filling form and you are getting confused ki what all information we have to fill. If I am gate qualified, what is the gate code, all those confusions you are having. So that is the reason I have taken our student form, PGCET form itself, and she is gate qualified student, and for that marks in gate, how much rank she has got in PGCET, even that card will also be displayed to you. Okay, next I will be explaining there are certain rules which you have to follow during the exam, which is mentioned in that information brochure. After that, rules after the exam, there are certain points which you have to take care, and eligibility clauses. So this is very important, because what is happening is lot of students who are outside Karnataka, they are having confusions in which clause I will fit in, what is the condition and all. So here I will be discussing about the eligibility clause based on whether you are the resident of Karnataka or non-Karnataka, what is your qualifying examination minimum criteria. Qualifying examination ಅಂದ್ರೆ engineering examination, what is the criteria, all that I will be discussing, and more about GATE. Because see, again, in spite of explaining in every video about GATE, still the students are getting confused. So that is the reason, listen to this very carefully. You will not be having even a single doubt like what will be the rank, I have got this marks, my caste category is OBC, general merit, what will be the my expected rank, each and everything I will be discussing here. And question paper pattern, so what is the question paper pattern of PGCET, and syllabus with respect to civil engineering I will be explaining in detail, and at the end important subjects, because after knowing all the details, obviously you need to know the syllabus and you need to sit and study accordingly. Alright, so yes, so before that, today is Teachers Day, it's September 5th. I am very happy. So lot of students are pouring in lot of wishes through my WhatsApp and all. So I have collected some of these for my motivation. As I motivate you guys, even I need some motivation, because I should know whatever the information I am sharing with the students is really worth or not, because I am putting lot of efforts on what I provide the information. So same way, if I get the proper feedback, I will be more happy for that. So some sample wishes I have given here, like Happy Teachers Day ma'am, I am a great fan of your teaching. Okay, see, teaching was my profession since my engineering. When I was staying in hostel, my friends used to come and ask me the doubts, and I used to explain very much in detail. There was one girl, so in my hostel actually, so she used to take the book straight away or the lab journal, and she used to say explain this. So I used to explain each and everything. So that instinct, teaching instinct was there in me during my engineering only. That's why soon after MTech, just within 15 days after my MTech, I joined as a faculty in one of the reputed colleges. So why I am explaining all this is, you have to analyze yourself, what is your passion and which is your strong area, so that whatever you do with passion, so that will, in that field you will be definitely successful, no matter whatever hurdles come on your way. Lot of hurdles came on my way, but still I never stopped in what we provide to the students. So because teaching is my passion, and I devote my entire 24/7 on my teaching expertise only, that is sharing the knowledge with the students. So one more very, I felt very happy Teachers Day ma'am, your videos are next level of teaching. Thanks for providing us such a comfortable and understandable recorded videos in this pandemic situation. Yes, so yeah, so this is what I am very happy actually. and even I want to wish you happy Teachers Day because everyone are teacher in themselves. So ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಹುಡುಗಿಗೆ ABCD ಕಲಿಸಿದ್ರೂ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅ ಟೀಚರ್. ನೆವರ್ ಕಿಲ್ ದಟ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಹರಿಯು ನೀರಿನ ಥರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಷ್ಟತ್ರೊಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತೀವಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎನ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು eutrophication in the standstill water and it will get polluted very quickly. So same way here our knowledge should be like a flowing water. Okay, so again I would like to wish you a very very happy Teachers Day. So teaching is a very very noble profession, but it needs lot of courage, lot of guts, lot of passion to enter into this field actually. So if you are really passionate about teaching, then only enter in teaching field. Just for a mere job, don't go for teaching. Alright, so now let's continue with the further discussion what we were doing with respect to PGCET. So exam dates are already announced. So on 22nd October 2021 you are having MTech, that is PGCET exam, and I am giving more information with respect to engineering. So your paper type will be type A and the timing is 2:30 to 4:30 pm and the total marks will be 100. So note down 22nd. So on an average you are having around 45 days from today. Still I am saying do not attend. Now student has asked me, ma'am, I have got this many marks in GATE, then what is my expected marks in PGCET? Okay, so these all are the screenshots I have taken. Remember that nothing I have typed, so that all the information should be very much authentic and official. So adakka nanu eno typing madilla, just all these are screenshots. So what is clearly mentioned here? Starting MTech rank for PGCET 2020 candidates is 2001. So earlier also I had made clear, for the GATE qualified students your rank will come, or till 2000 ranks for GATE qualified students are reserved, and the first rank of PGCET, his rank will start from 2001. So that is what is clearly mentioned. Don't get confused. See, listen, I have explained about GATE since last year. Okay, in almost all my videos I have covered this information, but still you guys are having the doubts because maybe like you have completed engineering recently and you are not knowing much of the stuffs. So you can see here. Okay, see now her GATE marks was 34 marks last year. So for 34 marks, with 34 she had qualified GATE exam. So ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು PGCET ಒಳಗೆ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ I told you you need not write the exam. So you can see here MTech rank through PGCET nothing will be mentioned. Okay, but you can see here MTech GATE rank is 261. That is, I told you, for scoring around 34 marks out of 100 in GATE, you can expect your rank somewhere of this range, that is 261 divided by around 10,500 ranks will be there. See, PGCET ranks will be around 11,000 every year, and all that 11,000 will be combined of all the branches of engineering. MBA adu combine madodilla avaru. All the branches of engineering, whoever have applied or attempted that exam during that year will be somewhere around 10,500 to 11,000. So our 10,000 to 500 olaga just 261 rank bandati by scoring 34 marks in GATE. Okay, so this is what is the official scorecard only by PGCET. Now if you haven't qualified GATE exam, then obviously you need to write PGCET exam. That time your marks will come here. Okay, so your marks will be displayed, that is PGCET score, where your rank will be definitely about 2000 only. Alright, so I think I have explained very much clearly. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಅಂತೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ಸಮ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. So read carefully, all this information is from information brochure only. First point, the post PGCET for admission to MTech will be held as per the schedule notified. So ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇರತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಆ ಡೇಟಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ. The candidates must appear for PGCET for admission to all these branches as per the Karnataka Examination Authority. So compulsorily there is no other way ki I can go for MTech. You have to write PGCET exam compulsory, And third point, the candidate should read the instructions printed on the OMR sheet. Okay, because I told you it is an offline paper, so you need to read all the instructions and you need to use blue or black ink ball pen only. So again, don't worry much about this. Just before 2 days or 3 days before exam, again I will be making a video and I will be giving you the tips and what are the points you have to take care when you are attempting this PGCET exam. Next, after completion, then the student is allowed to take the replica of one OMR sheet. 2 OMR sheet irtavu. One will go to the examination authority. Second, you can take to your home, so that once they release the key answers, that time you can cross check your answers also. And see, it is clearly mentioned there is no negative marking in PGCET. And if you mark more than 2 options in the OMR sheet, then that marks will not be considered for the evaluation. Okay, so further in detail about this I will be explaining little later also, but ಈಗ as of now ಇಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನಿಮಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ದ ಕೀ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಡ್ ವಿದಿನ್ 3 days. ಸೊ 3 days ಒಳಗೆ ಕೀ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪುಟ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ವೆರ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ like there should be change in the key answers and all with the valid proof and all. So again they will revise and they will upload. That is what is mentioned in the point 1 here. And this second point is very important. Read it. You can pause the video and read. The merit list will be prepared separately for all the branches on the basis of the marks obtained in the PGCET without taking the marks obtained by candidates in the qualifying examination. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೈತಿ, for all these like MBA, MCA, ME, MTech, MArch ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ PGCET exam conduct ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. But for MBA the rank list is different, MCA it is different, for MTech it is different. Alright, so that 11,000 ranks what I was talking about, that was with respect to MTech. And what the another point is mentioned here, okay, without taking the marks obtained by the candidate in qualifying examination. Qualifying examination ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು BE ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ನದ್ದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸು ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಫೈನಲ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ PGCET ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 100 marks you score, based on that only the rank will be generated. Make this very very clear. Students are having confusion here. The qualifying examination marks is considered only for the eligibility. Therefore the candidates are advised to attend the counseling only if they have the requisite percentage of marks in the qualifying. So ಎಷ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು? ಫಾರ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಮೆರಿಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 50% in your engineering, and from SC ST you need to have 45% in your engineering. So then only you are allowed to attend this PGCET exam. Alright. So next point is something about study certificate and all. You can just read. Okay. So now this is very important slide. Non-programmable calculators are allowed for ME, MTech, MArch examination only. So non-programmable calculators allow ಐತಿ. So what is the meaning of non-programmable calculator? It is your FX calculator only, where you cannot save the equations and all. So those kind of calculators are called as non-programmable calculators. So that is allowed for the exam. So now when you are practicing numericals, that is you should be preparing PGCET exam now. So for that you should use calculator and then solve, so that you can save time in your exam. So next, ಇದು ಭಾಳ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟಿಗೆ, aggregate percentage of marks. So how to calculate the aggregate percentage? Sum of the marks scored by the candidate in all the subjects of all the exams divided by the semesters, that is total semesters, into 100. So from that you will get the year percentage. Next one, not only a candidate who has passed the qualifying examination with the requisite marks, but also a candidate who is appearing for the qualifying examination and expecting the result is eligible to apply for the PGCET. So ತಿಳಿತಿದ್ರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ, what is the meaning of this? So ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದೇನೇನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಐತಲ್ಲ, you are eligible, fine. But now consider that one student is not eligible for all this. Still he can apply, he can fill the form. That is, I am talking about the students who are having back in their semester and subjects. It can be for any degrees, either BBA, BCom or engineering, whatever it is. So nimaga semester ಒಳಗೆ back ಇದ್ರೂ still you can fill this form. But during seat selection, that is the final round, that time you should be clear with all the requisites. That is, all your 50% ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು and ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಪಾಸು ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. but now even if you have any backlog, still you can fill the form. So the reason why I am stressing is there are some 3-4 students who are asking me about this doubt very frequently. So again I am making clear, if you have backlog, still you can fill this form, but when during your final seat selection, all these eligibility criteria should be satisfied. ತಿಳಿತು? Next point, candidates who do not pass in all the subjects in the qualifying examination and candidates who do not possess the academic eligibility will not be eligible for the selection of the seats in the respective course. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇದೇಗೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಲೈಕ್ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಲೌಡ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ seat in any of the colleges. Alright, so next again very informative side. So first thing, so if you are going for full time, see I am giving more information about full time only. If you want any information with respect to part time, you can just visit KEA website, you will get the details. So first one, a candidate with valid gate score ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋರು. So a candidate with valid gate score. So I will be explaining what is the meaning of valid gate score little later. Again I have taken one student gate scorecard only, with that only I will be explaining. So ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ either valid gate score ಇರಬೇಕು, by chance ಅದು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ then you need to write the exam. So that's what 50%, 45% you need to have. So the next information is with respect to the part time. So if you are planning to go for part time, then you can check these conditions. So next one, what is valid gate score? So ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಗೇಟ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ KEA ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಒಳಗನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಗೇಟ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್? ಸೊ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಯು ದ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಶಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ very clear. Okay, so I have taken the gate scorecard of one of the students, so civil engineering only. So his marks was 19.59 in gate 2021, that is in previous year gate. So his marks was 19.59. So now he can apply for this PGCET 2021 with his gate marks. So now you can see here, a candidate is considered qualified if the marks secured are greater than or equal to the qualifying marks mentioned for the category for which valid category certificate, if applicable, is produced during this with this scorecard. So ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, he is one XYZ student, so he has got 19.59 marks. Okay, so now if he belong to general merit, so ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೊಟ್ಕ್ಯಾರೆ, if he belong to general merit, that means he is not qualified. See, whatever it is, your rank will be generated even if you don't qualify gate exam, and your gate score will also be generated if you don't qualify gate exam. So that doesn't mean that I have qualified gate, nothing. So ಈಗ ನೀವು general merit ಇದ್ರಿ, that time the qualifying marks that year was 29.2 marks. So ನಿಮಗೆ 19.59 ಬಂದಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ that means you haven't qualified gate exam. ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರು. Now assume that you belong to OBC category. So OBC cutoff was, see that is clearly mentioned, 26.2. So again you haven't qualified gate exam. Now if you had belonged to SC, ST or PWD, physical weaker division, so that time qualifying marks was 19.4, but the student has got 19.59. So if this student belonged to SC, ST, then definitely he has qualified gate exam. So ತಿಳಿತು, very clearly I have explained again. So if now SC, ST ಅದಾನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟು ಅಥವಾ PWD ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಐತಿ, but he has scored 19.59, that means he has qualified gate exam and he will take the benefits of the PGCET with respect to this gate. So remember that. If by chance assume that the student has scored 30 marks in gate and he belongs to general merit, that means yes, he has qualified gate exam. Again, if the student has got 27 marks in gate and he belongs to OBC, that means he has qualified under OBC category. ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಎಸ್ ನಾ ಗೇಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈ ಆಗೇನಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೈತಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಓದ್ರಿ. that is you need to have that valid certificate. Okay, EWS, OBC, SC, ST, PWD ಏನದಾವಲ್ಲ, all those certificates you need to have when you are taking the benefit of that particular reservation. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೂ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. Again the same thing, whatever I explained is written in this format only here. Okay, so 3 years gate result is valid. So for that particular year, ಈಗ ನಾನು gate 2021 ಬರ್ದನಿ, and see I will explain that with this only. So I have written gate 2021 and I have got 30 marks. Okay, that means I have qualified. If I had written gate 2020 previous gate, and that time if I haven't crossed that qualifying marks, but I cannot consider the next year gate or previous and all, I can say okay ಮುಂದಿನ ವರ್ಷ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಂದು ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಬರ್ತೈತಲ್ರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ನೋ. ಸೊ your gate result is valid for that particular year only, not behind or not after, but your gate results is valid for 3 years. Okay, so with 3-year-old gate rank also still you can apply for this PGCET. So if you want, you can read all this again. It is very very clearly mentioned. So ಏನು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡ್ರಿ with respect to gate. So next, gate qualified candidates from only engineering and technology discipline are eligible to take admission to various MTech programs under VTU. So that's what I told you. If you have qualified gate, then you can take the admission straight away. Candidates with valid gate score are given first preference for admission. This is what I always say. So the one who have qualified gate exam, they will be given first preference during the counseling, that is for the admission. Such candidates need not appear for PGCET 2021. Even after qualifying gate exam, still you go and attempt this PGCET, your rank will come above 2000 and your counseling will not be done first, as well as you will not get stipend. Okay, so these are the 3 major disadvantages. So you get qualify ಆದ್ರೂ waste ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ when you are applying for PGCET. So be very very careful. Lot of students have committed mistake in this. So you should not write PGCET exam if you qualify gate exam. So if you write PGCET exam, then your rank will come above 2000 ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋರಿ. So whatever the information I am sharing, be very very clear. That's the reason I am taking screenshot only and I am explaining. Okay, however they have to apply through online for admission. That is, you need to fill the form wherein you will be mentioning your gate results and all. From that only they will get to know about your details. So form fill compulsory ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, but you should not write the exam. And when gate qualified students are not available, seat allotment will be made to non-gate students based on the merit list of PGCET 2021. See, obviously gates qualified students will be available in Karnataka, but the students who will score somewhere around 40 marks, above 40 marks and all, definitely they will go for NITs and all. Alright, so the one who will score above 50-55 marks, they will go for IITs. So very few students will be there who will not get NITs and who will try for this PGCET through gate. So do not panic. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ 2000 ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗದೈತ್ರಿ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಯಾಕೆ 2000 ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ IITs and NITs, isn't it, when they have scored good marks. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್. ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡ್ರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. 2000ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನೆವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್. Candidates have to make sure that they have valid qualifying marks in the gate in their respective subjects under the category to which they belong. That's what I told. So ನಿಮ್ದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಇರ್ತೀರಿ, OBC, SC, ST or general merit, whatever it is, so ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ ಒಳಗೆ you should have cleared the cutoff. If they don't have the qualifying marks, they have to appear for PGCET exam. So qualifying marks illandra you need to apply for this PGCET exam. All right, so next about gate scholarship. So this is very important because I told you you will be earning if you qualify gate exam. So now you might not be realizing the value of money because you have completed engineering just some 1 month before or 20 days before, but when you go for MTech, that time you will realize ಏನಪ್ಪ ನಾನು MTech ಕಲಿತ್ರೂ engineering ಕಲಿತ್ರೂ still I have to take money from my parents. So if you qualify gate exam, then there is no need to worry because you will get the stipend of 12,400 per month. And if you are taking the admission under sponsored quota, that is if any company is sponsoring you, or if you belong to SC, ST, OBC and if you are already taking some sponsorship or scholarship under some government funds and all, or if you are going for part time, so you ಮೂರು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟೈಫಂಡ್ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Make it very clear. So if you fit in any of this, then you will not get the stipend. to get the stipend, you should not have any other scholarships and you should have qualified GATE exam 12,400 per month. And as soon as you join the MTech, so your college will inform you ki GATE scholarship form is out. So you student have to fill the form when you join the MTech. That will be submitted to MHRD and they will give you the stipend. So in this, KEA has no role or responsibility in giving you the stipend. You ಕೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ 12,400. So KEA will not give you the stipend. MHRD will give you the stipend. So that is centralized. So KEA is ನಮ್ದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಷ್ಟ. So ಇವ್ರದ್ದೇನು ಅದರದ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. And if you have appeared for GATE during, that's what I told, 3 years of GATE result is valid. So ಈಗ ನೀವು PGCET exam ಬರೀತೀರಿ, okay, October 22nd, right? So PGCET 2021 you will be applying. So for that, if you have the GATE score of previous GATE, that is Feb 2021 GATE or Feb 2020 or Feb 2019, you need not write the PGCET exam. That is, this GATE result is valid for 3 years. That's why I keep always saying go for GATE. It is having lot of advantages. But students in Karnataka are very much scared of GATE exam and they are stepping back to go ahead with GATE. But once you complete engineering and once you go for MTech, that time you will realize the value of GATE. So if you belong to any of this category whom I am explaining this, so see to it that your juniors should not face the same issue. So avrige here GATE serious agi madaka, because all these advantages are there. Alright, so as a responsible senior, as a responsible teacher, on this Teachers Day, you can take a pledge ki whatever information I will get, definitely I will share that information with my peers, with my juniors, with my student community. Every student will be very much grateful to you. Okay na? So here codes are mentioned for with respect to different branches. For civil engineering it is 01, and I was talking about eligibility clause. So in that application form of Ashwini, where you saw eligibility clause was A. So you can see what these 4 are, A, B, C, D. You can just pause and read. So here in Karnataka, okay, so you should have studied minimum 7 years from first standard till you complete engineering. 7 years ಆದರೂ ಕಲ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ. Like if you have studied till 10th year and engineering in some other state, still it is fine. So 7 years you should study, or else you should have studied 4 years of engineering in Karnataka, or any of your parents, either your father or mother, should have studied in Karnataka for 7 years, or you candidate, you yourself or a parent, anyone, again father or mother, should be the resident of Karnataka for 7 years. Then you will be considered as the Karnataka student. Nimaga outside Karnataka or non-Karnataka consider madodilla. Now let's understand this paper pattern. I told you the exam will be for 150 minutes. That is for 2.5 hours. So it is MCQs type of the paper, offline paper. There will be 75 questions. Altogether 100 marks. 50 questions has 1 mark and 25 questions has 2 marks. So altogether 100 marks. Calculator is allowed and no negative marking. Remember all these things. And I was talking about the separate rank list. So the student who have qualified GATE exam, their rank list will be considered in this, that is GATE rank list. And the one who haven't qualified GATE exam or who haven't attempted GATE exam, then they will be getting this PGCET rank list. Alright. So next, in the case of ME MTech full time, okay, first seat will be allotted to valid GATE score. Yes, that's what we had studied earlier. And candidates irrespective of Karnataka or non-Karnataka. So Karnataka irli athwa beredavaru idrunu, still they will be considered in this GATE score consideration only. The second one is important. After allotment of seats to eligible GATE rank holders is over, the seat that remains under the general category, 90% of the seats are reserved for Karnataka students and 10% seats are reserved for non-Karnataka students. Okay, so this is what the information I wanted to share with respect to the PGCET information brochure, whichever was is released in KEA website. So I think lot of points I have made clear with respect to this. Still I know you will be having doubts. No problem, you can comment in the comment section. I will be happy to answer. And maybe again tomorrow or day after tomorrow again I will be making a video on PGCET again. So every video I see to it that new information and very quality information I share with the students which the student don't know about. All right, so let's know the syllabus of this civil engineering PGCET. You have engineering mechanics and SOM, building materials and concrete technology, surveying, fluid mechanics, structures has your RCC, structural analysis as well as steel, geotechnical engineering, then water supply and wastewater engineering, that is environmental engineering. Transportation has highway here it has a railway, here this has a tunnel, here this has harbors and docks, and you have hydrology as well as irrigation. So that is the syllabus of PGCET. So I had shared this slide in my previous video also, like 5 years paper analysis of PGCET, which will help you to pick the subjects accordingly and devote the time accordingly. So I always recommend student to at least cover 7 high weightage subject if you are preparing for any competitive exam. Remember my words, any competitive exam. It's not just for PGCET. You can take it for government exams like WRD or any other KPSC exams, or if you want to take with respect to GATE. Okay, minimum 7 high weightage subjects you have to study so that you can get the best results. So go through this analysis video also, which I have made earlier, wherein I have explained very much clear, and pick the high weightage subject: environmental engineering, surveying, geotechnical, highway, irrigation, hydrology, SOM. So pick all these subjects and start studying. So don't worry, don't get panic if you are on a crossroad feeling that yes, I don't know how to study, what is the sources I have to refer and all. So if you are not able to work on yourselves, don't worry, we are there. Sandpoint is there with you. Definitely you can join the classes and you can get the best of the best results for the upcoming exams, and you can make your preparation very easy and very systematically. See, being systematic in life is very, very important. That will take you through the long way of the success. Remember that. Random ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಇವರು ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಅಲ್ಲಿದೊಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ, ಇಲ್ಲಿದೊಂದು PDF ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿದೊಂದು ಬುಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್. Okay, you have to have very, very systematic way of the preparation to crack any competitive exams. And if you want any information with respect to PGCET, definitely try visiting PGCET playlist. See, we have made a playlist for all the different exams like PWD, WRD, SSC, JE, and even subject demo lectures are also available. So if you are watching for the first time, because student call me saying that ma'am, I want to join your class and I have watched your PGCET video. So before that, what you have to do is just go through all the videos which are being mentioned in our Sandpoint OnStream YouTube channel, so that you will get to know how we teach and what kind of information we provide. And if you feel worth, then only you can definitely think of joining. Ilandra, you can think of some other method of learning for any of the competitive exams. So I feel all these videos will be definitely worth watching. So spend your time, at least devote somewhere around 1 hour of time daily on the videos which we have uploaded in our YouTube channel. That will definitely help you to shape your career and get a better future. So again, I want to say that do not go with the assumptions, okay, I don't understand online classes, this, that and all. Just you can give it a try. Just watch the demo lectures in our YouTube channel. So if you understand those demo lectures, definitely you will understand whatever the video packages, lecture packages we are providing for the various exams. So that is how you can analyze and you can try thinking of joining the classes. So saying this, all the very best. And again, within 2 or 3 days, I will be uploading yet another informative video. So stay tuned with Sandpoint Institute Belagavi.